Okay, I remember what the other thought was about Deuteronomy chapter 23. It's very interesting. You remember how that hold on, I gotta turn my monitor down here. Broadcasting live on live stream, by the way. Hey! And I gotta show you something too. See that guy right there? Delayed reaction here. Whoops. It'd help if I get my camera on what I'm videotaping here. And then I'm working in a mirror here. Okay, see that guy right there? I mean, I could just as well turn the camera on. That guy right there. Okay, that guy right there. It's a pretty cool statue, huh? That's the representation of the angel Michael fighting with Satan. It's a very famous image, but okay, back to Deuteronomy 23. Remember how the Ammonites and the Moabites began? Once again, I got to pay attention to which thing I'm videotaping here. The sin of Lot. The sin with his daughters. Out of that sin came the Ammonites and the Moabites. Now, wouldn't you think God would not want the children of Israel to have anything to do with those guys because of that? Okay, he says, an Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever. But you know what? It wasn't because of their origin. And I can give you a proof of that after this example. But why was it? Because they met you not with bread and with water in the way when you came forth out of Egypt. And because they hired against thee Balaam the son of Beor of Pethor, Mesopotamia, to curse thee. Because they wouldn't give you bread and water in the way. Ooh, that's pretty tough. So, they can't enter into the congregation of the Lord to their 10th generation. You know what's interesting about this too? Count ahead in the generations. You know, Ruth she was a Moabite. Count them. 10 generations from this command on. You'll find it. That's what that's all about. But it was because they wouldn't give them bread. And I want to show you how tough this is. And also show you that it had nothing to do with their origin. Because just after that, it says, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. You know, an Edomite. Ishmael. Wasn't it Ishmael called Edom? No, not Ishmael. Esau. For he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. Okay, but this is more what I'm talking about. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. But wait. The Egyptians afflicted Israel for generations. But God tells them not to abhor an Egyptian. Because it doesn't have anything to do with their origin. Because the Edomites, the Moabites, they had nothing to do with their evil parents. And that incestual sin. And God wasn't going to judge them for their origin, but for what they decide to do on their own. The Moabites and the Ammonites, they made their own decision to go against God, and God said they're going to suffer for it. The Egyptians, the children of those who caused the trouble, they didn't have nothing to do with that. Okay, so that's that point. I'm going to be getting on now with the reading of Deuteronomy 24.